they are.
Hello everyone,
Hello.
Welcome again to another exciting episode of the weekly Twitch stream of
right.
Dead by Daylight.
Yes, here we are.
Yes, let's introduce ourselves. Start with you.
I'm Dave, a lead designer on the project.
That is true. I'm Matthew, I'm the producer.
I'm Ash, I'm the creative director.
Well, that's done. It's
Good.
very exciting. I should have brought a pen to vigorously cross off things that have been done.
I'm doing it.
Hellos and introductions. Introduce
thank
our
the Lord
mods.
today.
So let's introduce
Yes.
our mods quickly. We have our friendly and delightful group of UK representatives. That's Sassy UK and Suggestive. We have Murph and Clyde's not here.
No.
No. Okay. So we have Murph. We have, for some reason, those two are mods, but they're not doing much modding right now. So that's Gustavius and Devious.
No, we're just,
No,
we're
no.
just like the sword icon.
Yeah, and then we have
cool.
Bucket. Bucket being our amazing UI person.
Excellent.
So there.
Excellent. Thank you.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I think that's
I
okay.
think it's important.
There you go.
It's okay.
So that was
Key parts
the
of the
part one here I have on my list is news and announcements. See, I'm stating clearly
That's
which part
perfect.
we're at. So, news and announcements. Other news, we will be represented at TwitchCon this year, which is happening towards the end of this month. It's
That is quite
in
exciting.
2 weeks or something like that. TwitchCon should be a very exciting thing for people who are interested in Twitch things, which I would assume would be most of you out there
I would hope so.
right now.
Exactly.
So there, that's a thing.
Yes.
The other,
Who's going to be there?
I believe it's going to be me.
Ah, that's exciting.
I might be carrying some more goodies and exclusive-ish things to distribute to people. So if you see me, stop me gently and politely ask me for one, and I will be giddy with joy to distribute them.
Exactly.
And we will also be present in some respect at the New York Comic-Con, which is happening the weekend afterwards, which is the beginning of October.
It's lots of shows right now. Lots
Yeah,
of stuff going on.
we'll probably slow that down a little bit afterwards. But then again, I don't know.
Well,
Paul and Olivier are going to decide that, and they essentially just aim me at stuff, and then I talk. So that's kind of our marketing plan.
So it's a good one, I think.
Yeah, they put that on a board at some point, and I said, okay, let's do that. So that's part one, news and announcement, done. Good.
Any other announcements? No other news?
Well, there's
No, not
news
today.
and
That's-
announcements.
no,
There's stuff we're going
Are
to
you
talk about
saying
that.
there's more stuff coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not ending the Twitch.
Part two, stuff that is on its way.
Ah,
That's the interesting bit.
this
Yeah.
is the interesting bit.
So there. Let's talk about the
I'm not
big
speaking. It's up to you.
September patch.
September.
So we
patch.
may have mentioned in the past at some point that September for us was a month where what we wanted to deliver to you out there, our lovely players, is a big bunch of fixes and improvements to our existing stuff. Mostly fixes, bug fixes, and improvements to matchmaking, among other things,
Yeah, absolutely.
lobbies, and so on.
Let's go through the list, shall we?
Yes, Dave, take us through the list.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff coming into that patch. It's going to be exciting. Did you say when it was?
I said the September.
Oh, yeah, okay. So
So
it's real
it's
soon, right?
seriously, there's only like 2 more weeks of September left. So
Okay, so in features and content, check it out. Added a reservation step prior to joining the lobby, making sure there's a spot available prior to transitioning.
what?
Whoa, so
this is
yeah,
important.
It's really important. Fix the lobby. That's it. Fix the lobby. It's part of it. As survivor, interval of ranks for which you are searching will not expand anymore. So that's going to make for a little bit better matchmaking for ranks. So there's a better chance that you get into a game that makes sense with people that make sense.
That's crazy.
Other matchmaking thing, searching for games now will search non-stop until a game is found. No need to press ready again.
That's crazy.
I think
Oh
that's
my
a good
god!
Is that a requested feature? I think it
I
was.
think it was.
I think it was.
So we can all weep for Lobby Simulator.
Yeah, that's gone now. I mean, to be fair, who knows? Maybe in a year or two we'll have like the retro patch, and we'll go back to give you the option, maybe in the menu, to go back to the Lobby Simulator.
Extra mode confirmed.
Yeah, there you go.
But we'll see. That's not very high on the priority list.
No, it's not super high.
Or maybe it will go out, and then we'll find a new thing that makes it for a Lobby Simulator. We never know.
No, we'll find out after we ship this.
But we'll
patch.
talk about this a little bit later. What's the plan for this?
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
other cool things. We've added a toggle button for the chat. So if you don't want to, you know, take all the salt, you can always press the little
or
mute
any
button.
salt ever. Then,
Yeah.
just turn it off, and that'll be that.
Yeah, and it's gonna stay off. If you want to keep it open, keep it open. It's your choice.
Or turn it off, then a little bit later, turn it back on again.
Click, 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 click.
And then go, no, I don't like that.
22.
Turn it off again.
Added sorting of items, add-ons, and offerings in the inventory.
What?
I'm
Is
No,
that
no, I
true?
missed that.
Is
Huh?
that true? Okay, yeah, that would be cool. That will be cool.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, there is a giant list of bug fixes. I can't go through all this.
It looks a little bit like this.
So many things. But anyways, as soon as it gets out, you'll get the list as always, and you can go through and see what changed.
But that's all good stuff. That's
Yeah,
all good
yeah.
stuff across the board.
I really like the one where the killer's head geometry was visible on your screen like this
Well, you
in
didn't like that.
certain
That's
cases.
You
Yeah,
like
that
the
was
fix.
super annoying.
Or let's say that one. Fix an issue which caused the nurse to move too quickly when holding a survivor.
That's true. That was never the expected behavior.
No.
Yeah. Or the one where you die instantly if someone tries to unhook you and then cancels that. That was shitty.
Yeah, that's not fun.
All right. So these things will be vigorously fixed, I believe. Is that true?
Well, they are. If they're in the list, they are.
Okay,
They'll come.
fixed already.
Yes.
Public beta.
Yeah,
What is that?
That's a thing now.
Well,
What is
yeah,
it?
I think it's worth talking about that.
Okay,
I think that's exciting.
so we really want to be able to continue with the current frequency and the aggressive rate at which we put out more content, hot fixes, and things like that. But to make that process a little safer, what we want to do is starting next week, I believe, we will.
Approximately.
Yeah, we'll publish.
Hopefully.
On the Steam forums, we'll give you the code word phrase to unlock a new branch in the Steam thing. It'll be explained in more details and more coherent details, actually. And then you'll be able to play a beta version of the game, or I don't know what we call it. Public beta.
It's called public beta. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all the new content that we're not just about ready to release, and we want to test at the giant scale. So with all of you, well, that want to hop in.
And it will allow us to test things like big changes to the matchmaking,
And well,
balancing
also,
issues.
Also, big new gameplay features that we want to add that we don't know exactly how the impact of those on all of you guys is going to be. So it's a chance if you want to opt in, if you want to join, you'll get to play some new features that we add to the game over time. They might be big and they might be small. I mean, like the matchmaking one obviously is colossal, but you won't feel it. You'll just feel it work. But some of them we're going to put into game that may have major impacts on the game. So
important to notice, whatever you do in that branch will not be saved.
Yeah.
So it won't affect your real game. However, any progression you have in your real game will be taken from that. And how do you access it? We'll give the details, but essentially it's going to be through Steam, and you'll be able to switch between them. That's going to be open to pretty much everybody who wants to join in. It's essentially just helping us smooth out any wrinkles before we publish new stuff.
But I think it's also cool. Like, I mean, if you want to, feel like your voice is heard more than playing that and giving us feedback directly from that. That's going to be our way of communicating with new big features that we want to do. Give us a chance to try them out, test things that perhaps we thought were risks that don't turn out to be risks. We won't know until we get them in the hands of some of you and really get the feedback and get to react properly with it. So it's going to be good. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to react properly.
You so rare.
Right. Next point. New DLC pack.
Oh,
Is that a thing?
that is a thing. It's a thing. Yes,
Do you want to give us more information on that?
I can. So we're going to have a DLC this month. It's, it's going to be a paid DLC. So it's going to cost, and it comes in the form of customization items.
Because we have heard the clamor of the crowd.
Yeah, people want new stuff. New things to add. It's customization only. So it's a customization pack. If you want to have it, you can pick it up.
It's purely aesthetic.
Yeah, for sure. It has no gameplay implication or value outside of whether you find it pretty or not. It's a kind of a throwback pack.
Do we have a thing to show?
Yeah, we have a little video we can show of the kind of thing that you'll have in it. It's a tribute to the 80s, kind of throwback to a time of classic horror. So anyway, it's all good fun. If you like that kind of thing, it's there for you, and it'll be good.
All right. Roll the clip.
So yeah, each of the characters is going to get a little bit of love. So each one will have different pieces that they can add onto their character, give you a little personality and customization. It's going to be fun.
Are we heard of it?
I don't know. Can you hear us?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you did.
Okay, good.
That's good.
So, yeah, this is super key Dwight action going on here.
Yeah. So everybody's got a few pieces in that suitcase.
Yeah, all 5 characters will be well served in there. We're just locking down the final numbers for that. We'll give you more details on exactly what that's going to be.
Is that the extent of everything that's in the
That
suitcase?
is absolutely not the extent of everything that's in the suitcase. That's a few of the pieces we'll be giving out. There will be more than that in the suitcase. So it's not just a couple of bits each. But we'll be releasing exactly the breakdown of the pack and how it works and blah, 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 as and when we have all those details, which I don't have.
In
Otherwise
September.
I'd tell you. Are you saying it's in September? Is that a commitment?
I commit.
September? Let's commit to that. It
Screw
will
that.
be.
Let's commit.
Let's commit to September.
September-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Didn't
It's gonna
say
be
what
great.
year.
I can't wait.
And then what else are we supposed to say about this one?
We're supposed to. What were we told to say?
Nothing.
Nothing. I don't think there's anything else. It's a tribute. It's for fun. It's aesthetic, cosmetic. It will cost some money, but
I see comments. People are saying killers get nothing.
this is not true.
That's
This
the
is
next
a
point on the list here. If
barefaced
you had
lie.
seen the list, you'd know it's the
Like,
next
look,
point.
you should have zoomed
Are we
in on
getting
it
too
when he-
excited?
No. Just no tapping on the table.
Oh,
It upsets the mic.
Oh no, that is fair.
sorry.
Yeah, we got excited because someone
Let's,
said the killers get no love at all.
Yeah, that Claudette white coat is for experts.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, don't be wrong.
But then
when-
again, people bitched about the pizza Dwight when we came out with it, and
love
now
that.
people know that it's a good hiding suit.
Look,
ish.
we know, like, it's got to be about. It's about personality. Some people want to flaunt
you
themselves
go.
in front of the killer. Some people don't. There'll be a suit for you and the lighting you want that does what you need it to do.
It's a big favorite here.
We
the
are
white
not
thing.
giving the price just now, and we're not giving the details of it just
No.
now. But let us be clear that, like everything else we've done so far, and everything we will do in the future, we will try to be as generous as humanly possible.
That's our goal.
So there. Next point, free shit.
Oh, that's
Free
always
shit is
fun.
good.
So that's a very good segue, by the way.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we know that the survivors have always had a great run of customization. So we're going to look to give away some free killer customization in the next patch too.
Yeah.
So are we going to do the details of that?
So the people who
we'll
don't
hear more
buy
about
the
that.
DLC will still get a few
Absolutely.
more customization
Yeah.
options in the form of killer stuff. I think we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I think we'll do a little thing about that next time.
There we go. So killer stuff. Other than that, do we have new stuff in the loadout?
Yeah, we've talked about that previously, but we wanted to
Let's
show
reiterate,
a little
Dave.
more. Yeah, so
Yeah, let's
with
explain.
Not with that
maybe we should do
DLC.
that. Let's reiterate. Dave, designer on the project.
And then we could have maybe a clip already
Do we
made
have a
for
clip?
this. No, we don't.
Okay.
little clip.
we're adding a lot of new items, add-ons for powers and items and offerings. Oh, your mug is invisible.
It's sort of magical.
Wow, that's cool.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, that's it. I'm
There's so
confused.
much stuff.
I'm
Invisible
confused.
cups will be coming now. To the game.
Invisible Cup is not one of them.
No.
But anyway, we've talked about it a little bit last time, and now we have the an image with all of these items that we're gonna add. If we can have it on screen a little bit, so that.
Oh my God, that's so many things.
Yeah, but it's super cool. I mean, this is really a great system we've included in the game now. Let us do this.
So
because
give me a quick taste of what this means.
Well, the top row are item variations. So it's the item that you know already in the game, but with slight variations. Some of them come with, let's say, add-ons that are already equipped. You can still put add-ons on them, so they're a little bit more powerful because they're more rare. We've also added common version of the medkit and the toolbox, which are not good at
Those
all.
are the shitty
They're
toolbox.
shitty toolbox and medkit, but you can still use them if you're out of anything else. We also have the new broken key, which is pretty cool. Will allow you to use all your add-ons that you have for the skeleton key that is ultra rare and that you never get. So finally you'll be able to use that. The burrito, the ultra rare burrito, also known as the rainbow map, is a map that can track pretty much anything. So that one's going to be interesting as well. Then the 4 next rows are all the new add-ons for the items and powers, and they're
Really
all
cool.
variations of
Yeah.
what things that we already have in the game. But some of them brings really new mechanics for some of the character. I'm looking at one of the trapper jaw that's right there, which brings the ardor to heal, just like the chainsaw add-on for the
Yes.
the hillbilly. We also have the trapper's bag, which allows you to start with 3 traps, which is pretty cool as well. So you'll have
Might be a
boost
little
now.
OP.
Oh, it's so OP. And
Nerf the trap.
with that, there's also modification that have been made to existing add-ons. We don't have them here, and I'm not going to discuss them, but there will be in the patch notes as well.
There also seems to be a crazy list of offerings at the
There's
bottom.
some
Yeah, there's
new
new
offerings
offerings
as well that are there.
There you go.
And yeah, that's it.
That sounds very exciting.
And that's all coming.
And just to be
to
clear, that's
everyone.
nothing to do with the DLC.
No, that
No, no, no.
comes in the patch for everyone. All that
Yes.
stuff gets seeded into the blood web. Is the blood web the only place you can get them from?
You can also, well, the items are going to appear in chests.
So
in
they
game.
appear in chests in game too, so you can
but
find
yeah.
them.
And that's the important bit, is that all of these new items are going to make the blood web also more interesting. It's going to move things around.
Yeah, shake it up.
Well, I'm personally ridiculously excited.
I am. I think it's going to be super cool.
All right, that was part 2. Things that are on their way. Done. We're really doing this well. It's like we've done this before. Part 3. Game changes.
Oh yeah, there's some of those.
That always goes
We change the
along
game
well.
again.
Well, yeah, always.
Exactly. So what do we do this week?
Okay, well, let's talk about a couple of them. This is the part that infuriates everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
What? In what way? Is it more than tapping on the table?
Yeah, no, we won't do the tapping.
Okay.
Some of the players can tap on their desk though, with
You
rage.
did not do this.
So the first element on that list of game
yes.
changes that will be coming into that patch. And
Oh,
be
wait.
What?
Sorry, I forgot something. Paul, aren't you supposed to give away stuff?
You see there?
Paul, are you there?
Paul, are you there?
If you're there, Paul, give away stuff.
I'm going to tap if someone doesn't give something away very quickly.
You're gonna, like, tap out? Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Here he comes.
Be careful.
yeah,
Look at your screen.
Yeah.
I'm
don't
not
forget.
looking.
Nobody listens. Everybody's focused on Paul.
Focus
on Paul.
We can do whatever we want. Like,
Oh, crap. That went
What?
fast.
what happened?
Wow.
You did a giveaway and it went super fast and I didn't see it, so...
That's
Well,
it.
There you go.
Old school giveaways without any tools or support whatsoever.
And
just put a code in the air.
Old school is the future. That's
There you go.
the interesting part.
Paul.
Okay.
All right.
So the first thing on the list is some changes to the nurse.
Yes.
Let's
it,
get excited.
Is she getting buffed?
Yeah, big buff.
Yeah,
all
we
over the
decided to
place.
increase her blink by 150%.
Yeah,
and
no,
we reduced the
basically
cooldown.
every time you blink outside of the world and you fall in the world.
Oh,
that's how we're gonna fix the nurse.
That's the best
Okay.
way to fix it, we thought.
No, I mean, I have a little list here. There are some bugs that have been fixed around the nurse, which will appear as nerfs, so that's good, because she's actually going to work as intended. But there's also some modification that we've made. The normal speed of the nurse has been reduced a little bit, so it's going to get a little bit more difficult on that side. We also changed a couple of audio cues for the nurse when she uses her power, so that if you're further away, you can gauge well where she is and what she's doing. Because right now it's so low that sometimes you couldn't detect that she was about to warp or to blink or where she's actually standing. She no longer moves quickly with a survivor on her shoulder. That has been fixed.
Yeah.
Good news. Most of her add-ons have been, not most, like 5 of them, have been reviewed. You'll have the details on this. I don't want to go into the details right now about the add-ons. She can now be stunned while she's charging.
That makes sense.
That makes a big difference too. What else? The nurse calling perk, the range has been reduced a little bit. So the last level, instead of 32 meters, it's now 28 meters. Just to give you an idea. And the big one, the amount of blinks have been reduced.
Oh,
so
really?
instead of 3 as a base one, you get 2. And then with the add-ons, the maximum amount of blinks you should be able to get is 5.
Max blink.
So there.
So just to answer, some people have asked, whoa, are you crazy, Paul? You're giving away the Chuckles mask? Well, nobody's listening to us.
No, good.
And yes, for the people who ask, you need to own Dead by Daylight to be able to enter those codes and profit from them, obviously. And those codes go in Steam, for those of you who don't know. But then again, if you have to say that, it's probably because you don't own the game. But
Well, I highly recommend now you have a code, you go and own the game.
yeah, but probably by the time they own the game, the code is going to be a duplicate because someone
yeah.
else will have used it.
That's true, but you never know. Just buy the game anyway. That's my hearty recommendation.
Just buy it.
Buy the game.
Then give it a thumbs up or
Yeah,
something.
double thumbs.
All right. Do you want to talk about some cheeses?
Let's talk about some cheeses.
Yeah,
I have
let's
it
do
on my
cheese.
list here. Window cheese.
No, it's important, and it comes into this comes into the public beta branch as well. Changes of this magnitude that are very, very reliant on the feedback we've been receiving from the community, behaviors we've been seeing that we're not entirely happy with, but people do it anyway. So they're very deep game design decisions that we have to make, and we want to be able to find a way to try these out before we actually commit them to the entire build. But do you want to take away cheesy?
The window cheese has actually been seen by people playing at PAX or looking
Yes.
at other people play at PAX. So our solution that's going to go into the public branch, public beta for you to test I think is pretty interesting. What happens is that if you juke the same window too many times and there's other condition to it, and you'll be warned if you're about to get penalized for it, the entity is going to block that window for you only. So anyone else can use it, the killer can use it, but you won't. So you need to get somewhere else. You need to find something else to do.
And you'll see the entity will block it for you.
Blocked. You can't use it. So be careful. And that's it, really. It's that simple.
It is.
Right.
So it can happen anywhere. You just have to be
we've
careful. You have to
we've
move.
had it in our branch for a while now in various forms. We've been playing it and testing it and balancing. We tried some more aggressive stuff, some different tweaks on it. We then, as we said, had it at the PAX build where it was tried and tested on a bigger scale, but not a full live test. And we're fairly confident it's going to be good, but we won't know until we try it out on a bigger scale. So
what we want to fix is infinite juking.
Yeah.
Infinite juking in the same place forever. These guys, they're annoying. We don't want them in the game. And
we want them in the game. We just don't want them juking in the game.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's forever.
Just saying, just in case they got upset.
So what's the value of acceptable to infinite?
Yeah,
we can change that. So we'll find what makes the best sense. We have something right now that we feel is good, and we'll be listening closely to your comments, and we'll see how it plays.
And camping, people want to know about.
Yeah, camping? Because that's the other thing we're doing at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're actually also looking into this problem at the same time. We don't want to just be bashing on the survivor part of the game. Hook camping is also something that we want to fix. This one is a little bit more difficult as there is an amount of camping or patrolling that is acceptable. I don't think that we're ready yet to expose what it's going to be.
No, but that will be another thing that will come to the public beta branch, and we'll be looking for feedback on whether or not we think we've reached a good solution.
Yeah.
We're not ready to expose it now because we're still in the let's try this, let's try that, let's try this. And we've been trying for a while on different variations, and it's only now we've got the public beta branch that we feel confident that we can put a situation in, and we can try out different gameplay scenarios, and we can also change the values within that public beta too, so we can get feedback, see, adjust, and together we'll come to a conclusion that makes sense for both killers and survivors, so it doesn't feel like we're just empowering one side or nerfing the other. It's a fine balance to allow. It's much like window choosing. We want the ability to escape through a window is something we want. We just don't want it to be infinite. We want the ability for the killer not to, we don't want everyone to be rescued every single time on a hook, but we want obviously not the infinite, well, the first person who's caught is dead situation, guaranteed. Like it's not helpful for us at all.
No.
All right then. Other game changes? Bear trap.
Oh, that's actually things that are coming in the patch. Guaranteed, they're actually part of the patch notes. Bear trap immunity period after exiting a trap or being dropped by the killer. So we had this problem for a little while where the trappers could essentially farm someone or take someone in hostage with multiple traps. So this should now be fixed. Stillness crows, so the crow that are around and can fly off and reveal your position, will not do it anymore if you are crouching and walking. Crouch walking will not disturb the crows anymore. So you'll be able to be stealthy and not make them go away. Unless you actually go and walk on them.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
It's mean.
Yeah, crows don't like that. Survivors being healed from the crawling state, so the ones that are dying, will not be animated anymore. Meaning that you, as a killer with Deerstalker, you won't see that person is being healed. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that is gonna be good.
There you go.
All right, so I've been checking the chat.
Yeah, have you got any questions from there? Because we
no, it's mostly because people are screaming that this is not a good way to do giveaways.
We knew.
Yeah, no, we knew that.
We'll have raffles next time. Don't worry about it.
We figured, as always, we'd just give you something and then figure out how to do it better.
To be fair, we decided that like
a minute before.
So don't. Hey, some people got codes.
Are you saying, forgive us, we're sorry. Some people got some codes. We'll try and do better with a giveaway.
Yeah, I want to say something about codes. I just realized that it's not on the list of things to talk about. It's okay. We made some unique pieces of customization for a few specific people out there, people who have been, I say close friends. We don't know most of them, but but we are very fond of them. There's Homewrecker, Cartoons, H2O Delirious, Bryce McQuaid, and Angry Pug. They received a unique outfit for them specifically for some of the characters. Because they were streaming our game, because they were making videos, because we really liked what they were doing and we thought it'd be cool to do something for them. So we did. And this week we actually gave them all codes that they can give away so that you can wear those outfits if they decide they want to share them. So
That's cool.
I know Angry Pug was doing a raffle because he knows how to give away stuff. So you might be able to get one of those.
We should learn, shouldn't we?
Yes,
we
very
should learn
much
how
so.
Yeah, well, we will. We will learn more better.
And yes, there are other streamers and other YouTubers out there that are absolutely deserving of that. Either we didn't manage to get in touch with them, or we just haven't got around to it. But more people will get that treatment. So there. That was my little note I had to talk about. So
No,
that's
that's
the
good, that's
game
good.
changes part of the show is now done.
Go.
I think we should switch part 4 and 5.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, let's
We
do
have
that.
time.
We have a
30
little bit of
minutes.
time?
Yeah, 30 minutes to go.
All right. And someone said only English streamers. The only streamers that I can follow personally are the French ones. So there's Salut DJ Boucherie. I follow him a little bit, but I'm unable, unfortunately, to join in the Russian or Chinese or Thailand.
But it is
streams.
true that we talked about giving some love to i.e. the rest of the world, as
Yeah.
opposed to just the small portion we live in. So that's something we'll look forward to be doing at some point soon too.
So there. So let's go to the Q&A. So we have the list of questions that was assembled by, I believe, our friendly Murph again.
Yeah, let me get this.
Thanks, Murph.
Cheers, ears.
Well, we had one from last week that we kept for Ash.
Oh.
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
This
How
is
did the
surprise
initial idea for the entity begin in the game's development? Was there anything different you wish you could have done with it?
or are going to do with
No,
it.
that's not the question.
Oh well, there
Ash,
was, but there,
stick to
but
the
there were
question.
two questions. So ask me one, and I'll answer it, or I'll give you a cryptic answer.
I
if
would
it's
like
neither.
to
What was the
re-ask
question?
it,
Oh,
but
it's gone.
they've deleted
so,
it.
So how did the entity come to
gone.
be? That's the question.
Yeah. How did the
I mean-
entity come to you?
Well, I mean, it was a team thing, as always. Like, I mean, we knew we wanted to have. I mean, for me, it was important that. Oh, am I going to give something away? I think it's important that everyone in this nightmarish construct, no one is there by their free will.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about that last time.
So, I mean, that's the important part. And what's interesting for me is the backstory of the killers, which a lot of people don't know, and how they came to be, is linked partially to a mysterious evil, which the entity is, and it's all connected together. But they have very different paths to the same place. And to make that happen, we needed this overarching force of evil. And after that, it was the rest of the team that helped me realize how it was going to look, how it was going to work, how the sacrifices. It was always a case of, wanting to create something that was more powerful than the most evil thing that you could play in the game. Everyone's beholden to the entity.
So the true story is that one night we were in the woods
That's a lie.
and we actually met the entity. And the
Dave.
entity told us to do the game.
Don't.
So
This
they
is-
need to know. They need to know.
Do they? They told you
They
not
need to know.
say that.
And I'm okay with that.
I
Next
didn't
question.
write anything.
Dave don't care.
Dave don't care. Watch out for spikes.
Okay.
Right.
Questions.
Yeah. When are you going to do something about the game performance? I decided to read this question again because we've kind of
Yeah, it
decided that
comes
we
up.
wouldn't answer it again because we do all the time. The answer is that we are constantly working on performance. Constantly. And we actually have a great answer from our graphics engineer.
Oh yeah, it was
yeah.
posted on the forum.
It was posted on Reddit, and we should probably dig that up and
Yep.
put it on a pin post on Steam forum so that you can all go and read it and see how we're doing, what's the process, and how do we test the game on our side, performance-wise. So, anyways, that is said.
Okay.
So you thought you'd ask out of how exactly should we answer that? And it's like, oh, that's a good answer. Put that up.
Yes.
Perfect.
I asked him to answer because I don't know how to answer it.
No.
what do you think about buffing Tinkerer to affect the charge time of your ability without add-ons, and with add-ons you get more? Well, I can say that in a balance wave that's going to come later.
The balance wave.
A balance wave, yeah, that's going to come later. Tinkerer is one of the perks that is going to have the most modification on. That's
well,
all I
that's
can say.
very vague.
Yeah, it's very vague, but at least there's something that's been done about it.
All right.
All right.
Which way?
Which way?
Presumably the way.
The way it should.
Yeah, the way
it
should be, and always was, and shall ever be, forever and ever. Don't.
Don't quote me on that.
No, never ever quote me on
Okay.
that or anything else.
Okay, there's an interesting question here, and I think that it links to the bot problem that we kind of fixed.
Yeah, go.
So we should probably talk about that a little bit. When will the colorblind mode come? About disabilities and accessibility to the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
Yeah. So
Well, it's a tough one because like everything, we have the feature bucket that we talk about, and
Yeah.
you know, it's on it, and we have, you know, critical bugs that we have to fix too, and it's, you know, features as well as bugs. And we want to support as many people as we can, and whether that's introducing new languages or supporting different modes for different people, it's something we'd like to do and we should get to, and eventually we will, and we're sorry it takes so long.
there's a member of the community, Tumless Gaming, that sent me a very cool guide from a site, I don't remember the name, but actually helping developers to find ways to design game around different disabilities. And I mean, it's something I find really important that
Yeah.
we're looking into.
We should do. We should support it. We should take care of it.
Yeah,
and I know when we did this one, I know that certain decisions were made. The audio visual feedback was, you know, like even from the red scratches on the floor, it's like it's hard for colorblind to do. We had colorblind people test it and tell us, and we knew, and we were aware, and we made decisions that we would put features in order to try and make the game happen, and it came at a cost. I mean, someone has to suffer with features at some point, and it was disappointing that was the answer. But like, there are many others for other reasons that didn't get what they wanted either, me included.
There you go. Oh, would you? Oh no, that's something we.
But so that
answered.
doesn't really address the whole bot thing.
Well, yeah, the bot solution, which is BUTT, yeah, that solution. We've wanted it to be in as fast as possible because we thought that by the feedback that we got, there were an immense problem.
The bots were a plague that needed to be eradicated.
Yeah. Now, it came with all sort of not agreeable consequences.
Yeah.
And it's only a temporary solution, and we're looking at fixing that as soon as we can so that all these functionalities come back and the bots don't.
Yeah. But that's going to take a little more time.
Yeah.
All right.
What about DLC and new cosmetic?
What?
Could we at least hope to see them soon?
Well, first of all, we're not allowed to use that word, but yes.
I think we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it at the very beginning of the
I think I
program
said it.
in the On Its Way section. For those of you who weren't there, expect big things in September, mostly about bug fixings to the matchmaking and bug fixes in general, tweaks to the game, making sure that everything is shinier.
Yes.
And then some exciting new customization options for the few people out there who are excited about that.
And
for the
then-
others, nothing.
Well,
No, that's not true,
a ton
actually.
of free stuff for the rest
Yes.
on the side.
What do you think about a tribunal like in League of Legends to punish bad behavior, flaming, botting, etc.?
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I like this kind of feature. I like when a community can judge itself and
Gang up
It's
on
better
bad
that way.
people.
you know, and deal with toxicity by itself. It's just something that
But we need an infrastructure behind to
Yes.
allow that. And that's the kind of thing that we are also looking at right now. There are great strides being accomplished, but it's a big thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Any other questions?
let me check.
There are plans for Nia and nurse training card profiles and backgrounds.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, let me borrow this for a second.
Are you scribbling down, let's do some trading card profiles and backgrounds?
Yes, Nia,
Let's do that. Great suggestion.
nurse,
Get that done.
trading cards, and background.
It's like live note taking. That was a question from our thing. We could have just copied and pasted it.
No, I think it's a good idea. That's why.
I completely agree. I think it's a great idea.
All right.
You talked in the latest stream about changing the rules every season. Can you give us a specification regarding this?
Well, I think it's more like we have the option to change the rules.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we're going to change it
It doesn't
every
mean
time.
we're going to. Our goal is not to change the rules every time. It's just that when we do change the rules, ideally we'll make them a season rule, so at least it's fair within the season.
Yeah, so that halfway you don't have something completely different.
I saw another question about season rewards, and are they coming soon?
Yeah, like we say every time, like soon is the only thing we can say at the moment. I don't know exactly when it's going to be.
Yeah, isn't that a shot?
If we say it as like the word is banned.
I don't
No,
know.
the
You're the
word
one who
is
makes
bad.
the rules.
Soon is not bad.
Can I
just
question
saying,
my
you
own
say
rule?
it's
Is that a
happening
rule?
on Thursday. That's going to cause you problems. Didn't say which Thursday. Easy, everybody.
Yeah, so I see a lot of questions popping up that have been answered earlier. So usually, I think Murph or Clyde usually puts
Yeah,
together
they're going
like a list of what was said and
So
committed
yes,
to.
we talked about matchmaking. Yes, we're doing a big patch to try and address some of the issues.
Yes, all those items and offerings and things you saw are coming in that patch. Yes, that patch is coming in September.
Yes. Yes. See, yes on...
Pretty much
yes.
all questions you have right now, yes.
Yes.
Most of them.
Nearly almost all of them.
Except that one. Give me a code.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a no.
Yeah.
All?
When is this patch coming out? Yes.
Yes, the patch is coming out. It's coming out in September. There are not that many days later. You will require that.
There's a great question here. At formal occasions, what kind of tie do you prefer? Dave?
I don't know. There's
Spur of the moment
no
thing?
preferences. I just go with the flow.
Do you go for stripes, dots, or your nicest t-shirt?
Man, I absolutely prefer not a tie. But there have been ties. I go gold stripy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just full on. If you're going to wear it, go gold.
Okay. I tend to go for the very skinny tie, and I like a
used
solid collar.
A solid leather.
Yeah, just a leather one with a zipper in it. I used to have a turquoise
Zipper
one.
in it?
Yeah, it was like a leatherette kind of tie, and it was just a
Could you
zipper
unzip
that
your
goes
tie?
up and down.
Would it split?
I don't know. It's the 80s. I'm not sure how that thing
that's
went.
exciting. If you were interested in customizing, shame I didn't. You could have told me that. I could have built you one.
Okay, next question. You ready? You ready?
I'm
Still,
oh, yeah,
talk
sorry.
about ties.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that was a question.
Yeah, it was. It's a legit question. There was a question here about. Shit, I forgot. Does anyone look at the sub forums on Steam, such as the suggestion, for example? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
All of us in the team, we have different places where we go look, and we do read these things.
Yeah, not everybody looks at everything. Obviously.
True.
We don't.
But
probably
we
don't look at
have
everything.
chats every day about the state and what people are saying about the game, and repetitive comments and how often they come up, and then we talk about what we can do about it. I mean, we talk about it a lot.
Someone wants to know more detail about the increased chance for better items for prestiging. So the way it works is that how the Blood Web is built, there are some weightings and odds that different items type and different rarity will appear. And when you prestige, the weights change a little bit so that you get
Better
higher
stuff.
rarity. It doesn't mean that it's not guaranteed that it's going to appear. It's just a little increase every time you prestige.
Here's a good question for you, Dave. Or me, or one of us. Do you consider Dwight to be underpowered like the rest of the community, and are you going to do anything to fix him? I don't really understand how he could be underpowered, seeing as you could learn as many perks as anyone else. And
Well, in the first portion of the game, if you don't want to grind like all the other characters to get their things.
Well, I mean, personally, I won't play anyone but Dwight.
No, exactly. It really depends on your playstyle. If you're more of a loner, Dwight seems a bit like of a bad choice, of course. But like we've said for everything else, when we go to that new wave of balance, we're gonna review all of these perks, and we have some really good ideas coming from the community, coming from us, that we want to do to these perks, and Dwight perks are part of it.
Yeah, they are, for sure. They will definitely be.
But no, Dwight is not underpowered.
No, in fact, his overall opinion that he's an underpowered character is what makes him so powerful.
Yes.
He's often left for no apparent reason.
Everybody roots for the underdog.
And the more red you make him, the more likely you are to escape.
There you go.
It's not a real stat, by the way. But that's how I feel.
Do you have stats to share today?
No stats today. It's not happening. Absolutely not. Well, I'll give you a stat. I'll give you a stat. You asked.
That was beautiful.
18 months of time was spent in the basement this week. How about that?
18 months?
18 months of combined time of people in the basement.
Survivors and killers?
Yeah, survivors and killers.
That's a lot of time spent in that basement.
Well, there were only, 4.7 years of time played this week. So,
other questions? Oh, hey, Bikeman! Shout out to Bikeman.
Whoa!
He's in the chat.
Shout out to Bikeman.
So someone asked why a specific perk seems to be so rare. I think it was lightweight, and it's just an impression. Like, of course, some perks have less chance to appear, but it's really you could play and never see it.
But that's the magic and the fallacy of true randomness in any game.
Yeah, I mean, I am convinced that every time I play a game, I go to the suffocation pit, and that's all anyone gets is the suffocation pit. Like, I just always end up there.
But it's got the exact same percentage of chance.
I have the stats. It's exactly the same, but it's just like that's you go through a run of it, and it feels like that's what's always happens. But
lightweight and small game do not have abysmal appearance rates. You probably just add a bad experience and you never saw them because they are like any other in the same rarity. That's just how it works.
Someone just asked, can we show the next killer?
No.
I tried.
It's a good question.
No, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, I should try again. Maybe the second time you ask, we might not.
That's it's probably.
Well, I think it's done now. No.
All right. Do you want to answer more questions, or do we go straight to the from around the web?
From around the
web,
web,
and then let's get back to questions.
All right, from around the web. So let's see what kind of fanciful things we found. That just made me lol.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me open up the thingy I had prepared here so that I could give you the Creditron.
Oh,
so
get back one. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that was from our friend Banana Rum. There you go. This is from Funky, I believe. It's a beautiful rendition of Jake Park.
God bless Jake.
This is also from Funky. I'm not. It's a scene from the game, but I just thought it was a well done little art.
I like
That's
it.
one art.
Yes, I do.
This is Holod, whatever.
Brilliant.
Beautiful little sketch here. This is just weird. It made me a little uncomfortable.
I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was posted by Jasminium. It's signed by Marie. Marière, je sais pas. So there, it's special. It's a little special.
There's so much wrong about this image and right at the same time. I don't know where to go.
Oh, cute
comments.
Sally.
That's very cute. Yeah. Posted by Lesbina Vagina Van Duckhoff.
Okay.
So right. Shout out to you. And then we have Kashka, who did this beautiful little piece of our killers put together.
That's great.
This is from So
Okay.
an impressive artist.
Yes.
This looks like the kind of thing you could have like hanging in your study if you have a study.
If you had a study.
This is really cool cosplay I found online from Psychonite or something.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
it's
Really
cool.
well done,
Yeah,
really cool.
the
I think they were at
legs are
Dragon
excellent.
Con or something. And this was posted by a person under the name Wild Woot. And it is a very, very artfully recreated rendition of our logo as a, I believe, a temporary tattoo. So someone spent a little bit of time with a Sharpie and did this. Very impressive stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is
Very cool.
Yeah, tattoos are pretty awesome. So Wild Woot and specifically Psycho Knight, if you're listening, you should try to email us at the Dead by Daylight thing or on Twitter or something like that. We'd like to get in touch to give you some stuff because that's really cool. Cosplay is always something we like to reward, and tattoos are just too badass. There's
We
no
should really
reason.
turn up in cosplay every Twitch, I think.
I'm working on my Meg outfit.
I know.
It's Halloween coming up.
Yeah, that's
I'm very
true.
excited about Halloween.
You think it's going to be good?
Well, I just like Halloween.
Well, of
My
course.
birthday's on
Yeah, that's true.
around that time,
That's good.
so it's
Double
something I
whammy.
like to.
It's during the night, right? It's not really Halloween.
It's at the last call on Halloween night. So there.
That's fine.
You're gonna let me have it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
good.
allow it.
Thank you. So, do we want to go to a few more questions? I think we have a little bit of time.
I guess. You go chat, put some questions on.
Palette saves and flashlight saves seem broken at the moment. When
Oh
can
yeah,
we
well
expect
that's
some-
part of the bug fixes that's coming in the patch.
Okay, so that's
I'm
that
correct.
answer.
I just saw a question pass by that
Yep.
mystified me.
Swoosh.
Someone said, "Why is there a dildo in the campfire?"
That's a really good question, and we'll get back to
I
you
will
on
definitely
that.
ask Mark when I get back to my desk,
Yeah, there will be a.
and I will look for it.
I think a serious investigation will be started. We'll do
old
some,
production cancel patch.
Well, just
Yeah.
everything
What's
is
the dildo?
stopping until we identify the dildo and we sanitize the entire campfire of all foreign objects that should not be in there. So we'll check and we'll get back to you immediately with a detailed dossier.
All right.
Any more?
I'm trying.
Will there be any event on Halloween?
Well,
Maybe. I mean,
there
will
will
you
be
try
some
and dress-
trick or treating.
Yeah,
I
there'll be
believe.
that. There may be some candy activated in the world.
I
I will be trying to wear an Evan McMillan hat, but apart from that, I think it's going to be cool.
We
It's
might
a
do
good
some.
times.
We might do some pranks. Is that a thing?
Yeah, pranking is pranking a thing?
There's no question anymore. It's just about dildos.
Really?
Come on,
Did I
everybody,
break
get
the
back to
internet?
questions.
Yeah. Double dildo weekend. Where to enter the dildo?
Double blood point weekend. Is there any plan for a double blood point? Did I? What? Get serious.
In Steam, that's the answer. There's a section in it.
Fix dildo.
Steamy
Buff dildo?
Yeah.
Okay.
buff steam. I can't keep up now.
No, it's just.
Yes. Times 2 blood points. Someone really wants to know if we're doing a double blood point weekend.
Okay.
Not yet, but it's something we'd love to do at some point.
Yeah, palette and flashlight save. I just answered that.
So yes, that's coming. It's in a patch. It's being fixed now.
Are the devs? Are we? Is it possible to give us nudes for codes?
I don't understand that question.
Well, we will have someone explain it to you.
Okay.
I think Michael Fortin will be able to explain
Yeah,
that to you.
make it clear.
Yep.
Things look broken. That's not a question.
No, that's not a question.
How to prestige dildo?
New killer dildo weapon.
Date for the new items soon. That's not helpful for you. But
No, you're not allowed. That's exactly how you're not supposed to use that
Exactly,
word.
so that's a
a
shot.
shot.
Why? Explain that to me again. I'm so confused, but I get why it was annoying to say it, but that's why, because it's just annoying to say.
Because it
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Well,
it's in the patch that's in September.
Okay.
So
There you
it's
go.
still vague, but at least it gets a better idea.
Will the flashlight ever be able to startle the birds?
It's a requested feature a lot.
Mm-hmm. Could be. It's the first time I hear it, actually.
Oh,
Right.
well, no, I'd be meaning to talk to you about it, but that's only because I keep forgetting. On the priority list, we have other big issues. But I have heard it several times. Like, people want to be able to sneak around and clear off the crows by using the flashlight on them. And just get rid of them, so
Yeah.
they don't even appear.
Mhm.
Maybe even make them disappear completely
Mhm.
forever from the game.
Yeah, well, something that we heard a lot is some sort of distraction item.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's something that we have in the list for sure.
Oh, merch. Paul,
Paul,
how's the merch thing coming along?
it's very quiet.
He's actually going to answer in the chat, you think?
No,
He's probably going,
no,
I can't
probably
answer
not.
that. No, it's all right. So that's coming along, right?
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, because I want some merch.
Well, I mean, we're early days, right? It's not like we've been thinking about merch for a very long time.
No.
So, we're exploring it now. We're hoping to get some stuff and see what we can do. We'll
The
see how it
mech
goes.
is coming. That's his answers. Paul said, the mech is coming.
Whoa.
A giant mech. Let's get out of the building.
I need some mech. Get me the mech. I want to use a flashlight on the mech.
Nice try, Paul.
Mech is OP, as we know. You know?
Yeah,
Dildo mech.
yeah.
New killer. Confirmed here. Don't tap. Air tap.
When do we get perkless mode?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's
Yeah, at
still
some
something we
point.
talk about. So
Mm-hmm.
you could always go in with no perks. That's what I do sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
With a red cap. Come get me. Bring it on.
Someone asked, I couldn't see the name, it went too fast, said,
Yeah.
can I have a shout out? Yep.
Yep, go for it. There you go.
Shout out to you. You know who you are. Will all DLCs be free or do we have to pay later down the line? Well, good for you. You will not have to wait so long
To what?
to pay.
No, you're going to get to pay very, very soon.
Yeah, but not all of them will be paid.
No.
Like we said that at the beginning.
said
The
it right at the
reason
beginning.
we're doing this is we gave out the first DLC for free because we could, and then now we have a new one that we think, well, not that we think is worth money because definitely the
it's
nurse
like
is pretty
a-
damn good.
exactly.
But
No,
that's
some
it.
will
So
be
the
free,
next one,
some will be paid. We'll stick to the same rules that we always wanted to do. We don't want to split the community.
no splitting the community, no pay to win, and we will be as generous
As we possibly can.
humanly can.
That's
Actually,
what
not
I
even
thought.
humanly. It's financially can. I
That's
guess.
fun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whether we're
Which is
humans
not
or
human at
dogs,
all.
It'll be the same.
So there.
So how much will the DLC cost? Well, we'll tell you as soon as we've arranged it. That's where we're going to put the pack together, see what it's worth, and then we'll be announcing it soon.
Yeah.
Buff things.
Yeah, we'll probably do that in the balance wave.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for not splitting the community. Of course!
Well,
we love
yeah.
this game and we love the community. Don't want to split it.
Because it'd be dumb.
It would not be sensible.
Yeah, you are correct.
In our case, I'm not saying everybody splitting. Someone keeps asking vigorously, what brand of glasses do you guys prefer? Mine don't really have brands. I think they're off-brand thing.
I don't prefer any brand of glasses. I have no sponsorship
No.
agreements.
No,
I don't.
no.
But
I
we
prefer-
do all
yeah.
have glasses. This is very true.
Any work on leaderboard system? Not yet. Not yet, but it's something we want to do.
Yeah.
Thank you for the good word, JMac. What else? What else do you have for us? It's going so fast.
Yeah, it's
I'll
a
go over
little
this. We
silly.
add controller sensitivity again in the bucket of things we want to do.
Console things.
I think that said, are you going to ban a shrimp? But it was too quick. But I don't understand that question. But I don't think it said that. So it's all right. Can you keep up? Stop typing questions for a second, everyone.
One at a time.
Everybody, one at a time, get in a queue, give me your questions. Are we good at this bit too?
You want more codes? Well, there will be more codes.
Yeah.
We'll find a way.
There's always a way.
Japanese language support? Could be.
Yes.
We're working on more translations right now. Yeah, we want to add as many language supported as possible.
Languages.
I'm excited about what's coming.
Oh yeah, it's
You guys excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, it depends on the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Last
we don't
call,
have sponsorships.
2 minutes left. And
We'll not
one,
answer these questions.
one
without
of
a large
those
endorsement
minutes.
contract.
One of those minutes is saying goodbye.
Oh.
Okay. So one more question then. More outfits? Question mark.
I have to say something.
Oh.
I received quite a few comments from people telling me that they actually called their mothers.
That's
and
well
I was
done,
very
everyone.
happy about that.
See, I missed that, and I would have called my mom.
That was the wise words of last week.
Some
Just,
of the wisest
just call your
words
mom.
ever said.
And I'm very happy that it was well received and that people paid attention. And I'm quite sure that mothers out there were appreciative.
I'm glad you have wise words because, as you know, I don't, and I'm glad you did, and that's good.
Once in a while. I think that one was probably my most
So this is the wisest thing.
whiz one. So there.
That's not a word.
All right.
The wisest of the whiz.
Would call mom again. Yeah, you should.
So
yeah. So is that it for this week?
I think so.
I think
we're
that's
done.
that's a
Unless there's
good.
one
Well,
more-
we do have things at the end, do we? No.
That's it. It's just goodbyes.
Did you didn't put it on the list?
What? Yeah. Yes.
Goodbyes?
I did.
You said goodbyes
With hand.
with a Z?
Repeat
Oh, it says
news
here.
and announcement. You have to
Oh.
do this. You have to
Okay.
repeat the news
So
and announcement.
repeat news and announcement.
Yeah, repeat
Oh,
it.
so we repeat news and announcement. So hello and introductions.
That
Ah,
that's
yeah,
done.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
No.
Introduce our mods. No,
No,
you've met
that's-
them.
that's
Okay.
done.
So TwitchCon. We will be at TwitchCon, and I say we in the royal way because I think they're just sending me.
I think so.
So it's just going to be me at TwitchCon. Come by and shake my hand. Yes. I will also be present at Comic-Con, hopefully with more people this time.
That's going to be great.
Comic-Con in New York.
Just generally speaking, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty sweet. All right. Other than that, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I see a lot of people every week that say, like, "Oh, I came in late."
Don't do that.
Follow and
Oh yeah, that's
activate
the thing.
you
Don't
know.
forget to follow. Follow us on Twitter, on Steam, on Facebook, on what else do we do? MySpace.
Someone wants to shake your something else.
Oh, well, if you ask nicely, we'll sue. I'll bring some Purell. Well, we can work something out. I don't know.
That's your favorite brand of hand sanitizer.
I don't know.
Coke, Pepsi, or Purell.
So don't forget to follow.
Yeah,
Be a
that's it.
follower.
Yeah, you should do that.
And then what else? Words of wisdom for today, Ash.
None. No, seriously.
Look both sides when crossing the street.
Well, that's your wisdom, isn't it? And it's very sensible, and I like it. Now you've said it, I think that's wise.
Yeah, I'd say
Especially if you're a foreigner.
just wash your hands. I don't know. That's not a very good word of wisdom.
It's
Dave,
a
try to
cool-
help.
No,
Call your
no, I
mom
can't.
again.
I think it's a good one.
Okay,
So, let's go with that.
There you go.
Which
Okay.
one? The street one? No, okay, we'll move on. We're moving on.
Let's go back to work.
Okay,
All right then.
get back
Let's
to
get
it.
back to work.
Bye bye, everybody.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.